Greetings and welcome to my channel. This is Sorcerer Tal. You can also find me on Facebook in the Sorcerers Guild. Today on Sorcery in Action, we're going to be doing the Koptofell reveal. Now, as you'll recall, a few months ago, we began an experiment where we attempted to make a golem from a living potato. In the meantime, I have discovered that there is actually some magical precedence to this action, in that there is a being called an Alderon, or Alderond, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that word, but it is carved from a mandrake and buried at a crossroads for a period of time before being dug back up to make a familiar. In this case, of course, we are actually trying to grow a potato, not at the crossroads, but it is interesting to know that there is some precedence for what we are doing. Now, if things go according to plan, when I open this bag, we will find a potato with at least some eyelet growth, and it'll be ready to be planted for the spring, and it will provide a living vessel for the created being that resides inside the plant. The other possibility is that when I open this bag, the yeast minions that I use to activate the potato will have become bacteria and eaten into the potato. The spell work is, of course, designed to prevent that. But if things didn't go according to plan, and this is a failed experiment, that will be the case. And I have covered what to do in a case like that in the magical theory of this week, which will be a theory on what to do with failed experiments. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and do the reveal. And I am unsure what to make of this, actually. We've got kind of an in-between. There is some growth, some eyelet growth here. Perhaps if we'd left it longer, it would have worked more. But there is no serious bacteriological infection from the yeast, and the sigil and face are very evident. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and plant Koptofell into the ground and see how things go from here. Like I said, we do have some eyelet activity in a few spots. Not quite what we had hoped for, but not enough to cease the experiment. So, we'll place Koptofell in the ground here, face up, and begin adding the dirt. We have it in a container here to help prevent it from freezing, because it is still quite early spring. And we're just going to add a few layers of dirt on top here. And as the plant grows, the potato will come out, providing life force and giving the vessel of the being a living plant on which it can reside. And as it grows, the astral form will become more cohesive and begin assisting me in my spell work as a familiar, if things go according to plan. Okay, so that would be it for this episode. Thank you once again for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take the opportunity to do so now. And don't forget to join us on Tuesday for another episode of Magical Theory. Until then, bright blessings and an interesting fate. This has been Sorcerer Tal.